Imagine spending like thousands of dollars on a state-of-the-art cinematic projector, only to completely ruin the image because you chose the color white.
Oh, it happens way more often than you would think.
Right. Well, today we are doing a custom deep dive into the world of ultra-high-end AV equipment. Specifically, we are looking at why the ultimate home theater screen is actually gray.
Yeah, we are pulling from a really detailed spec sheet from HDTVSupply today.
Exactly. It is for the Draper 254231 profile plus fixed frame screen. And our mission today is to look past the raw numbers and uncover the hidden engineering that justifies a $3,376 projection surface. Okay, let's unpack this.
To really grasp what this screen is doing, you have to look at the sheer scale of the thing. I mean, this is a 132-inch diagonal display.
Which is just massive.
It is huge.
Yeah.
The viewing area is 122 inches wide and 52 inches tall, and it is natively framed in that ultra-wide Cinemascope 2.35.1 format.
Yeah, so it is perfect for actual movies.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
But the surface itself is what is really engineered here. It uses this material called gray XH600V with a 0.6 gain, and it is optimized specifically for 1080p resolutions.
See, that is where I get tripped up. Most people, myself included initially, just assume a projector screen should be like a giant white bed sheet, like to reflect as much light as possible.
Right, that is the standard assumption.
But this is like a tailored suit for light. Why would you want a gray surface that deliberately lowers the gain to 0.6? Instead of a mirror, that sounds like you were building an optical sponge.
What's fascinating here is how accurate that optical sponge analogy actually is. I mean, gain essentially measures reflectivity.
Okay.
So a screen with a 1.0 gain reflects all the light back at you. By dropping to a 0.6 gain, this Draper screen is intentionally absorbing light.
Wait, really? Deliberately absorbing it?
Yeah, deliberately. Think about spaces like corporate training rooms or churches or even a home theater where you just can't perfectly black out the windows.
Oh, right, where there's stray light everywhere.
Exactly. A pure white screen catches all that ambient stray light and totally washes out the image. The gray surface absorbs that ambient spill, which is how it maintains those deep inky blacks and keeps the contrast super sharp.
Wow. So the surface is actually actively fighting the room's lighting conditions to protect the image. That is wild.
It really is an active component of the system.
But, none of that optical magic matters if the screen is wrapped in some chunky frame that distracts the eye. Looking at the specs, this uses a zero-edge design. How are they even achieving that on a 10-foot structure?
So they use these extruded aluminum baffles to create what is called a mullion-less design.
A mullion.
Yeah, a mullion is usually that thick vertical bar or border that separates panes of glass or displays. By eliminating it, the screen sits less than 2 inches off the wall with almost zero visible border.
That sounds incredibly sleek.
It is. And if you needed an even larger display, you could actually mount multiple of these screens side by side and it would just look like one massive uninterrupted window.
Okay, wait. Here is where my practical brain gets stuck, though.
Uh-oh.
It is a 10-foot wide, perfectly flat, zero-edge aluminum window, right? But the listing says this premium product ships entirely unassembled, relying on a sliding hook and loop system.
Yes, it does.
That sounds like buying a luxury sports car and receiving a box of parts. I mean, if I am paying over $3,000, I would kind of expect it to arrive pre-built.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, you really have to remember the laws of physics and logistics here.
Fair enough.
Getting a permanently rigid 10-foot by 4-foot plane into a commercial elevator or around a tight apartment hallway is basically impossible. I mean, you would be tearing down drywall just to make the turn.
Okay, good point. A pre-built frame absolutely would not make it through my front door.
Right. Transportability is just as crucial as the visual fidelity.
But how does assembling it yourself not ruin that perfectly flat zero-edge tension? I would be terrified of wrinkles.
And that is exactly where the sliding hook and loop system comes in. It is not just like standard Velcro holding it together.
Oh, it is not.
No, the system is engineered so that as you attach the fabric to the assembled aluminum frame on site, it pulls the material evenly across the entire surface.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you get this drum-tight, factory-level tension without needing a specialized factory delivery truck to get it into your living room. The maneuverability is built right into the engineering.
So what does this all mean? It means whether you are a hardcore AV enthusiast or someone just looking to build a better presentation space, creating a truly immersive experience means realizing the canvas is doing just as much work as the projector.
Definitely. And, if you are taking the plunge, You really need to be aware of HDTVSupply's strict buying conditions for this specific Draper model.
Right, the fine print.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it is a custom-built special order item, it takes 5 to 10 business days to ship. And more importantly, it is entirely non-cancelable, non-returnable, and non-refundable.
Wow, so measure twice, maybe 3 times before you commit to that order.
Absolutely.
Well, we started this deep dive talking about how projection screens aren't just passive white bed sheets.
It's far from it.
Right. But the next time you sit in a high-end theater and get lost in a massive zero-edge image, ask yourself this. As these displays get even larger and closer to truly borderless, at what point will we have to fundamentally change our architecture and room designs just to accommodate the screens we are building?